Bonus, the next 3 things you need to do right now to become financially free. Imagine a quarterback calling for the next play in the huddle, describing exactly where everyone should go and what they should do, and his team's fired up. They break on 3, and then they head back to their bench. That's kind of what the end of this Ultimate Guide to Financial Freedom with Real Estate Investing video series is like. You now know the exact financial freedom blueprint that many have used to quit their job and live the life they always wanted. You learned about the law of the first deal, you saw how it worked for many others, and you know how and why it will work for you as well. So maybe you're a little excited right now, you're fired up, you're ready to go, you turn off the video, and then nothing. You don't take action on what you just learned. Now, statistically speaking, that puts you in the 90% of people who don't apply the transformational information they learn in a boot camp or seminar. I would like to encourage you to be the part of the 10% who take action. An object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest. The best way to continue the more momentum from what you just learned is to take small but continuous action. To help you with this, here's my secret to achieving any overwhelming goal. 1 step at a time. Hey, I'm Michael Blank. I help others become financially free in 1 to 3 years by investing in real estate. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more content like this. It is so easy to get overwhelmed, right? And when we think about any big, hairy goal we have for ourselves, we feel overwhelmed and then immediately stop pursuing because it's so overwhelming. That's why many of us who have dreams never get out of the gate, because we're paralyzed by the enormity of it all. The solution is to do the next 3 things. No more, no less. 3 things. Now let me ask you this. What are the next 3 things you need to do to get you 1 step closer to your goal? Pause this video, write them down. Next 3 things. I'll wait. All right, so you wrote down the next 3 things, cool. And here's what you do now, very magical. Just do them, okay? Now this might take you a day or a week. It shouldn't take you longer. Write down things that you can do in 1 week or less. Now what's cool is when you're done with your list of 3 things, determine the next 3 things you need to do and then do them as well. So what I'm saying is don't worry about the 101 things that you need to do to get to your goal. Just concern yourself with the next 3. That's it. Now let's say you do this for the 3 months. After like 90 days, you just keep doing the next 3 and you look up and you are going to absolutely be amazed at how far you've come. Why does this technique work so well? Now you may be wondering, why does this technique work so well? Well, it works so well because the next 3 things bring you closer to your goal without overwhelming you. I bet if I asked you for the next 3 things you should do to get started with apartment building investing, you'd be able to tell me right now. Then just do those 3 things. Don't think about the 68th thing. Just the next 3 things. All right, so let's say your goal in this case is to do your first apartment building deal. And let's say it's a 10-unit deal, but you don't have any prior experience. And let's say you got about $10,000 of your own money, but you have no investor, right? This is a common scenario. Now, should you not even bother getting started? Or better yet, which I highly recommend, should you do the next 3 things? Now, what are the next 3 things you should do? Put in the comments below. Write down the next 3 things right now. Now, probably where you are right now, the next 3 things are going to be to educate yourself. So what you want to do is you want to continue your education to learn all aspects of buying apartments and raising money. So you can do this in a variety of ways. You can Google search this. You can take advantage of free resources like this, or listen to our podcast, Financial Freedom with Real Estate Investing. You can go and buy the book, Financial Freedom with Real Estate Investing, on Amazon. That's pretty cool. But I suggest now is the time, if you decide this is what you want to do, now is the time to invest in yourself, okay? Because you can only get so far with free resources. So what I suggest is that you book a call with us. We have a variety of programs, all the way from do-it-yourself online courses to working one-on-one with a mentor. If mentoring is right for you, then you want to get started faster, scale faster, and avoid the bigger mistakes. So if that's for you, then book a call with us at themichaelblank.com/call. But you might not be able to afford mentoring. That's totally fine. We have online courses that really go deep and teach you every aspect of syndication that you're going to need to do this on your own. So just, book that call, themichaelblank.com/call, and let's have a conversation, because it's imperative that you invest in your education. And like I like to say, we have something for everyone, and that includes you as well. So that's number 1, is you got to educate yourself. That's step number 1. But let's say 3 weeks go by and maybe you actually you read a book, you read a couple books, or maybe you went through our training. What's next? Number 2 step is to reduce your living expenses. And we have something called the Vision Map and 90-Day Plan, which we talked about in another video. So you want to do that. You want to start reducing your living expenses, and then you want to get clarity on your 90-day plan. Now, it takes you about a week to put a plan in place for both. Now what? Okay, so that's step number 2, is your 90-day plan and figuring out what you're spending and get that down a little bit. Step number 3 then is the pre-launch sequence. So over the next 30 days, once you've done the first 2 steps, you're gonna become really clear about your first deal, where it is, how big it is. You're gonna analyze 5 deals. You're gonna complete your sample deal package. And now you have the minimum knowledge, skills, and confidence to be released into the world without sounding like a newbie. Now look at how far you've come in 2 months. Just 2 months, just by doing these 3 things. Your entire perspective has now completely shifted from where you are right now. And probably what the difference is that you start developing a belief that you can do this, which is imperative with anything, right? So each week now you're analyzing deals and you're making offers. You start reaching out to people you know, you're sharing your enthusiasm of what you're doing, you start scheduling one-on-one meetings with potential investors, and you're building up your team with a proper manager and lender each week, okay? Now you still have a full-time job while this is going on. So you can definitely do this in your spare time, but after 3 months have gone, you've completed the course, you've read a couple books, you've analyzed 20 deals, you met with 4 investors, and one of them seemed very interested in investing with you. Wow, isn't that amazing? Just by doing the next 3 things for 90 days. Do you still have a long way to go to find and close your first deal? Sure, but don't think about that right now because it's just gonna overwhelm you. Just focus on the next 3 things and do them. If you do this, you'll be amazed at what you've accomplished over time. Your first deal will happen, and now it's just a matter of time. Do you see the pattern? The power of this video course approach is in the financial freedom blueprint that we talked about all throughout the series. If you trust yourself to this plan, it will lead you step by step towards your goal. You have to believe a little bit, and more importantly, you can overcome a lot of lack of belief simply by being coachable, meaning just follow the program, follow the blueprint. You just have to take a little bit of action every single day. Trust our process. It's worked for hundreds of people before you. And more importantly, just don't let the task overwhelm you. Just keep doing the next 3 things. So I hope you found this course to be a good investment of your time. It took me over a decade to figure all this stuff out, okay? So I shared with you only things that have worked and some things that didn't work so you can learn from that and from other entrepreneurs. But it doesn't end here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell because we're going to put out more videos on how you can become financially free in the next 1 to 3 years. And also, as always, let me know your thoughts and questions below. I'm going to see you in the next video.